I'm just waiting for people to show up here, and I'm not sure if they will or not because I haven't been around in a couple of weeks, so everyone might kind of be off guard, but I wanted to come on here and talk to you all for a little bit. So I'm just waiting for people to show up. And if you can hear me, please let me know. Hi, Emily. Can you hear me, Emily? Are you able to hear me? Perfect. Just waiting for a couple more people to show up and then I'm going to get started because I don't want to be on here too long. But I will leave the recording up. So if you're tuning in later, that's cool also. Everybody else is probably kind of preoccupied right now. Emily, do you get notifications that I'm live or do you see me post the link on Twitter or Facebook? Because I know people are telling me they're not getting notifications that I'm going live for some reason. Okay, so you're getting notifications. It's really weird. I don't know. Very strange. I just had to restart my computer because I couldn't do this. Okay, well, I'm just going to get started because I'm not really sure if people are going to actually show up or not. But I just wanted to check in with everybody because I hadn't put a video. Oh, gosh, I'm sorry. I hadn't put a video out in a while, a couple of weeks. One that I had actually worked on, and it's actually finished. I'm probably going to put it up today or tomorrow. But I just got kind of preoccupied because like 2 or 3 weeks ago, I started getting like really, really bad anxiety. I have anxiety anyway, but it was like really, really, really bad. And I just was kind of like trying to figure out what was going on with me and get focused back on everything. So that's what I've been doing. I've really just been like taking care of myself and just like getting my head straight and just trying to get back to normal life. With the whole COVID-19 pandemic, it just kind of uprooted everything that I was trying to do anyway. So I had to get a sense of normalcy back in my life. I'm doing a lot of stuff right now, a lot of projects. I'm planning a lot of things. So I just kind of was not really focused in on so much as doing videos for the moment. I know that I put them out pretty fast previously, and then I just kind of stopped. But you probably have like 2 or 3 from me within the next week again. Um, it's just kind of like touch and go. I try to just stay uh, around as much as I can, but there's just so much happening right now. But I did want to come and talk to you guys today because I just feel like I really am at a loss for words. The last time I actually did a live video and I was talking to you guys, it was because I don't think I've had a live video since I put out the last 2 videos. Um, I haven't done a live, and the reason why I didn't do lives, I just feel like for me to give information out and to be able to put information and content out, it's easier for me to explain it in the ways of doing a regular video. I do like doing the live conversations, but they're not really conversations. They're just me like talking to you guys, and I just feel like my content is better expressed by way of making a actual video. So that's why I did the previous 2 that way, and I will continue to do them that way. But I do like to also come on here and speak. Um, but I feel like the last time that I actually had a chance to talk to you guys, it was like pretty much in the middle of all the crazy pandemic shit that was happening with coronavirus and COVID-19. And now it's like civil arrests, civil unrest around the world right now. And everything is so crazy and insane. And I just, I feel like for me as a person who I've been making Michael Jackson death hoax videos since September 4th of 2009. I've been making them for a long time, almost 11 years. And I've always tried to, like, stay true to what I believed was there was just always a bigger message in everything that was happening, that was going on, and it's kind of just almost scary for me. I don't know if people in here have followed all of my videos or if you just started watching them but it's kind of almost scary to me to see the things that are happening unfolding right now. It it's just it's mind blowing. To see people walking around with surgical masks, to see just the uproar and craziness that is happening with the murder of George Floyd, in America, all around the world, people standing in solidarity over what happened, but yet the riots that are, it's just crazy. Like to see that, and I always wonder, it's like, I know that there are like probably millions of Michael Jackson fans, but I always wonder, like, do these people, do they really stop and think about the fact that Michael almost single-handedly predicted everything that's happening this year. Um, and it's a lot. It's emotionally draining for me, to see. I'm sensitive to the world's issues anyway, but like to really see what's happening right now in the world, like it's crazy. There were like police officers killed today. One was killed last night, and people are just there's violence and protesting is okay. I mean, it's great to protest and it's awesome to have a voice and to be vocal about what you deem to be injustice, but just the violence that's erupting and the crazy things that are happening right now. And it's like every day there is just something going on this in 2020. And it's crazy to me because it's like, I always knew that Michael faked his death, that he was alive. But it's crazy to me to like really see this unfold. And I don't really feel like a lot of people care. Um, and Michael's, I feel like people get into this huge uproar whenever they feel like someone has wronged Michael, be it like accuse him of pedophilia or accuse him of stealing money or accuse him of being weird, or people always will jump to his defense, um, to be there for him in those instances. But when it really comes to like how he seemingly predicted so many things that are happening in the world right now, I almost feel like there's a silence in the MJ community. I really don't understand it. I really don't. Um, but I just want you guys to know that it's just really important to understand that sometimes we're born into a life. We're put on this planet, and that purpose is not clear to us until we've already established in our minds what our purpose is. And I really truly understand and see the struggle that Michael had in his life and what it must have been like to be able to know that a certain thing would happen, and the fear that that might bring into you, even to try to go as far as to avoid it, to avoid what your ultimate destiny would be, must have been a struggle for him. And I just really feel like it's hard for me to express how I feel right now, but it's just I want you guys to understand that he he like Michael, he tried to tell people, he tried to let people know what was going on, and he tried to tell people. And I did a series of videos last summer about the "Can You Feel It" video. I don't know if you guys have seen it. I don't really know who's in here and who saw the previous series that I did. But I noticed on May, I forget, May something, the Jacksons uploaded the video "Can You Feel It" to their Vivo, and they've never had it on here before. Whatever the date was, it equaled 11. And Um, I think that Michael could definitely exist in today's world. So Taj Jackson now has a YouTube channel and he talks about Michael and live streams. And he said that Michael could not exist in today's world with the existence of social media. I don't think let me address that. I'm not one of these people who always believes that like Michael's family and Michael's if you know Michael, you must know that he's alive. I've never believed that. Yeah, there was a time where I didn't even really know if Michael's kids thought he knew he was alive. I don't really think that people really I think very, very few people actually know that Michael is alive. But I think that when you're gone for so long, when you cease to exist for so long, it's like a death. Michael left, whether it's physically or spiritually or whatever, he isn't around. So I don't know why people really look to people in his family to give quote unquote clues. Like I don't that's not necessary for his family to give clues. I don't think that anybody gives clues that Michael's alive. I never believe I'm not the clues person in this death hoax situation. I've never believed that people give clues that Michael's alive. I think that people have slip ups, they say things, things come out that they don't mean to say. I think that sometimes in some instances people refer to him and as being alive, not intentionally, just because it's how they sometimes when you're used to just like saying something, it just comes off of your tongue a certain way. But I don't believe that people really give clues that Michael's alive because I don't believe that Michael planned to leave. I think what happened with Michael, and I really stand by it, is a decision that he had to quickly make. Um, I've never been a person that really believed in like clues. So I tend not to look I don't look at Michael's family and look at people for clues as to like what happened to him, you know? I feel like that even if Taj did know that Michael was alive, I don't think Michael's not he's not here. It's that's what I'm saying. It's like this is why I get very and I'm not saying that I get frustrated with you, Super Nikki. I'm not saying that, but this is exactly kind of why I don't really do like I could be so much more involved with the death host community, but I choose not to because I really feel like the information falls on deaf ears. Honestly, I think people do not really understand that Michael this is not about I don't believe that Michael ever faked his death with the hopes of like some grand like conspiracy great thing. I don't believe that. I've always thought that Michael had to leave because of something that happened, something that went on. I think that Michael was making a documentary. I think something went terribly wrong. And I don't really think that I think it's a sad, it's a tragic loss in many ways. I never really like thought that Michael's family was like leaving. I get so frustrated when people like other investigators always push this narrative that people are leaving clues because I don't think that that's the case. And I don't think that anyone's leaving clues that Michael's alive. I think this is something that's very tragic that happened in that family. I think it's very sad what happened to Michael. Even if Michael is physically alive, it doesn't matter. It's like I was talking with someone the other day about Lisa Marie Presley, and Lisa kind of just started like spiraling like 3 years ago. Like she's kind of started like letting herself go, just kind of like spiraling. And it's like, I think her dad really died. I think he died in real life. And I think that that's what you're seeing her grieving, you know? I just don't believe that Michael planned to fake his death. I think that something just happened. I think Michael was planning on doing a documentary about the media's reaction to something happening to him, but I don't think he actually planned on leaving and being gone forever. I still don't know that he's going to be gone forever, but I just don't think that's what I mean. Like I just oh, it's hard for me to like kind of express what I feel anymore about this situation because it's so oh my god, it's so intense. I'm very overwhelmed by what's happening in the world right now. Like it's a lot for me because I just know that he knew that this stuff was going to happen and if I'm following along the dialogue of Michael, it's scary the things that are coming if I'm understanding correctly. Um, I feel like Michael I feel like people are going to know that Michael faked his death. I've always believed that. I think people are gonna know, and I think it's gonna be crazy when people find out. But I just to see, like, what's happening right now in the world is so crazy because it's like he really knew. He knew what was happening. He knew what was coming. He saw something, and whatever he saw clearly just scared the shit out of him, and that's what we're dealing with right now. So I just want everybody to be extremely I don't know where you all live or where you're from, but this is a hard time and people just don't understand. Like, this is such a fucked up time in the world. People are losing their if you look at the lyrics for They Don't Care About Us, you literally like Michael was talking about this. Like, everybody is going crazy right now. This is so fucked up. We had like a worldwide pandemic where people are dying like everywhere, left and right. And what is so crazy to me about They Don't Care About Us is how, like, it's filmed in Brazil, and pretty much, like, the epicenter of all that's happening right now is, like, in Brazil. Like, it's like whenever this spread to South America is when the world really started going crazy. There's so much civil unrest, like, people are just out without masks, like, protesting and crowds of people. It's just so insane, like, guys, the world we live in right now is so crazy, but it's like he knew this was gonna happen. I think Michael is definitely going to be revealed to be alive. I honestly believe that like this summer people are gonna find out that Michael's alive. I like in my heart, I'm not gonna say he's coming back, but I do believe that people are gonna find out this summer that Michael's alive. I I just feel it. The world is so crazy right now, and I've if you guys have followed my videos and my series, I've literally always said that, like, if Michael were to come back, it would be during or if Michael were to come back, or if it was to be revealed that Michael was alive, it would be during a really, like, crazy time in the world, and this is, like, a really the world is, like, literally insane right now. It's I'm afraid to turn on the news every day because it's so crazy. And everything just seems to be happening overnight. It's like one day we have this crazy pandemic. The next day, the whole world is like fucking going crazy and rioting. And it's Michael. I believe that too. I think that there is something imminent. There is something imminent and there's something coming. And I'm trying to get these videos out to you guys. I don't know if you saw the last two that I did, but there is a pattern with this 11 year. There's a pattern with Michael's life in 11. It's so scary to me. Like, what it leads up to just scares the shit out of me. It's like everything is so crazy. There's a riot in every city. You have these people that are putting these riots together. People think it's the government, but I think it's just I think we have to fear the government. We have to also fear these groups. I did see her son's video. I did, David. So I just I don't know. We have to just stand together in solidarity. We have to be there for each other, and we have to really just get this. Like, this is Michael's time. Like, it. I mean, do you guys get weirded out when you see people walking around with those surgical masks? Does it freak you guys out? It literally freaks me the fuck out. Like, it's like I've always knew something would happen the 11th year. I did. I always knew. I have said for a long time that the 11th year would be the year that shit like goes on. Before I even started researching all these 11s, I knew. Since 2009 I knew because it was always a 7 and 11, and someone had brought to my attention, which I thought about previously, how Michael would always write, um, 1998 on things, 1998, 1998, and 1998 is like 11 years before his death. So there's just always been something orchestrated with this. It's always been something huge, and I honestly, like, I've never been, had the confidence to say this, but I really honestly believe that 2011, like, 2020 is the year. This is a year that people, not like right now, but like I feel like the between now and January for sure, like something is very big gonna happen for Michael, like something really big. I don't know what it is. I don't really know what it is, but I just feel like, you know, I just feel like there's gonna be some. All I can tell you is just be ready to defend him because this shit's gonna be crazy. If people When people find out that Michael did not die in 2009, all hell is gonna break loose. They have they have they have shit people so fucked up and distracted right now. I believe they will reveal that just to try, just to like literally just to get people more distracted. They will release proof that he's alive. Yes. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they will use Michael's being alive as another way to distract people. Um, that's why I keep trying to reiterate that regardless to him actually physically coming back and being like, I faked my death, or people just finding out that he's alive still, they are 100% we are going to know this year. I'm telling you guys, I can feel it like in the pit of my stomach as I sit here today that we are going to find out that Michael is 100% alive. And I don't know. I kind of am feeling like I feel like someone's gonna put it out there to distract people. Exactly. I feel like someone's gonna put out a video or something of him being like, it's gonna be 100% proof that he didn't die. So it might be like something having to do with his autopsy report, something having to do with just maybe a video of him, or I don't know if it's gonna be a video or a photo because that's kind of reckless. Maybe a recorded phone conversation, but someone has evidence that Michael's alive. I will rephrase that. Many people have evidence that Michael's alive, but I think someone's going to be reckless with that evidence. I'll say that. I don't really, you say you can't wait, but I think I don't know if it's going to be a good or bad thing for Michael. If Michael's not being revealed to be alive meant safety for him and his children, I wouldn't want it. Paris doesn't talk about Michael very much. I think she has her reasons for that. Uh, I think Michael is going to, and I think once Michael is revealed to be alive, I do not think he's going to hide. Um, Michael is an older man now. He's older, and I think it's going to be interesting. I was like meditating this morning. So I've been meditating for the past couple of weeks, like totally changed my diet, and I've been working out, and I was meditating this morning, and I was just like, I just saw some things. I saw some I saw some things in my meditation. I think Michael is definitely going to be revealed. And I think it's going to happen. I think it's going to happen in July, honestly. But I could be very wrong about that. But I think that they're going to I don't think that Michael is going to present himself. I think someone is going to leak the fact that Michael is alive. I think it's going to be leaked. I honestly think it's going to be an ultimate betrayal, but I think someone's going to betray him. It does talk about that in the Bible. We'll see though. I mean I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I think that there will be no doubt that Michael's alive. I think that when it's revealed that he's alive, there will be no doubt. I don't think a DNA test is going to be necessary. I think it will be something that will be so catastrophically big and proof. I don't even know what I'm tapping into right now, but I think it has something to do with Michael's autopsy report. I think that someone's going to leak something having to do with his autopsy report. And I think that is going to reveal that Michael did not die. That's what I think is going to happen. That's what I think is going to happen. And they're going to use it to distract people. Because if right now you turn on the fucking news and it said that Michael Jackson did not die in 2009, he's actually alive and well, it's going to stop the world. I remember Eliza Minnelli saying, when the truth is finally revealed, all hell's going to break loose. Do you guys remember her saying that? When the truth is finally revealed, all hell's going to break loose. How do you meditate that you connect to Michael? I don't connect to Michael. I just meditate and I just feel things, I don't really connect to him all the time anymore. I used to, but not anymore. Only when he wants something, but not as often as I used to before. But yeah, overall, like I just feel like it's just really important to really see what's going on in the world around you and to understand. But it's just to me, just to see. I don't really talk to anybody in my life about this because but you guys as fans like really connect with him and you understand. Like it's just crazy to see him, to see all these people, not him, to see all these people wearing masks and see all these people like it's just crazy. It's literally just insane. So um uh when it shows that he is alive, the world will not know what to believe anymore. Exactly, Catherine. Exactly. I remember a long time ago, I was talking to someone in the community, and I remember him telling to me, he's like, everyone always talks about where you were when Michael Jackson was announced dead. But the question is, where were you when Michael Jackson is announced alive? He used to always say that to me, like, that's going to be a thing. And I'm like, no fucking way. That's not going to be a thing. I used to always say that. But God. Yeah, I used to follow him a long time ago. He's very talented impersonator. He's cool. So, um, I follow Q off and on. But to say there have been several things Q has said that made me drop my jaw drop statements. Yeah, that whole QAnon thing is interesting. I I tried to kind of like relate QAnon to the death hoax, but I really couldn't. But I do see a lot of things where I think it's very possible that whoever Q is, I think that they know Michael personally. I do believe that. I do think that. I don't think that it is Michael, but I do think that it's someone that knows Michael personally. I think so. I live in Las Vegas. You know, Michael lived here. It was like his one of his favorite places to be here in Las Vegas. So I think what I'm going to be doing over the next couple of weeks is just going to his favorite places and just I'm trying to just like figure some things out. But I since I've moved here, I've always had a very strong like feeling that Michael was here. I don't know why. I just always thought he was in Las Vegas for some reason. I've always like when I used to come here on vacation, I always like felt that he was here. And when I don't know, I just always I can't really explain it. I just always felt like for some reason he might be. That's not why I came here. I moved here for business reasons, but I always felt like he was here in this city. Um, but I kind of like feel for a couple of years I didn't feel like he was here. I felt like he wasn't, like he had moved somewhere else. But I know like recently I've been feeling like he's here again. So like I'm just gonna be doing some things here. Just try to get some answers about some things. Las Vegas is we open our casinos open back up on the 4th. Our city is open, very limited, but on the 4th, our casino's open. So that's really weird. There was like a major protest here last night, so I don't know what they're gonna do now. But yeah. I just like I don't know, I just always felt like he was here. I'm not looking for him. If you find him, get wrong. No, I'm not looking for Michael. I'm not interested in looking for him. I just always felt like he was here. I think Michael is just, you know, I don't really care where he is in terms of like physically being around him. It's not really important to me, but I just always felt like he was here. And I know he had like a lot of influence on a lot of things that were designed here. So that could be it too. But I don't know, I just always felt like he was here. Then for a while I felt like he wasn't here. But now I feel like he's here again. I feel him here very strongly. Who is Damien G? Wait, okay, I'm trying to slow down. Um, Nikki, I'm in a group of believers, and everybody thinks Michael might be behind the. Are you spelling that right, Damien Q? I need glasses. I can't see for shit. Is that Damien G? Who's Damien G? Hi, Tab. How are you? I need to. I'm gonna Damien G. I'm gonna look it up. Is that a singer or something? Let's see. I'm gonna pull this up real quick and see what I see. I'm so hungry. Oh my god. Let's see. See, I don't believe. Why do people? I don't believe that Michael. I don't. I don't believe that he like sits around and talks about being alive. It's just my personal opinion. Um, I don't believe that Michael. I don't believe that his focus is to sit around and, like, talk to fans about being alive. I just don't believe that. I think that Michael's issues and concerns with humanity and the world run a lot deeper than his fan base. I don't believe that the man that left here almost 11 years ago is the man that exists today. I don't think that his focus and his priorities are on sitting around talking to his fans. I just don't believe that. I think that Michael has always and will always love and appreciate his fans. But I feel like Michael, for you to leave your children and to leave your entire life um, through no choice of your own, I feel like your focus on things are bigger than. I haven't looked. I look at this channel when I get off of here and see what's on here, but the first thing I see is like MJ is alive. I don't feel like he would sit around and do that. I just don't. You know, um, but I'll look at it. I'm open to looking at whatever. I will definitely look at it because I'm open minded to like seeing things. But it's just my opinion. I just don't feel like he would do that right now. I feel like Michael's leaving was for a very serious reason. I feel like he was like a gift to us, but I feel like there are just sometimes people are just placed here for different reasons. Peter is not Michael at all. Peter's a cool guy. Like he's really nice and he's cool and but he's not Michael. I don't even want to get into that, but that's just ludicrous that people are still even saying that Peter is Michael. It's crazy. There's so much. There's just I have nothing bad to say about him. I mean, people are gonna think what they want to think. I'm friends with him on Facebook, but Peter's not Michael in the slightest bit. I've known that since before Peter even talked to like believers. Yeah, 100% is not. When I used to talk to Peter like back in the day, like when I first started coming around, I remember him telling me that Michael was murdered. He was killed. He was so sad about it. Like he used to have a song called "Children in the Sky" that he wrote about his mom, but he actually replaced the words with words about Michael because he thought Michael was dead. He thought Michael was dead for a long time. So this whole narrative about him being Michael is ridiculous. I can't believe people are still even like doing that. That's crazy. Like he straight the fuck up told me that Michael was dead himself. Like Michael's not alive. Michael died. It's so sad what happened to him. He was murdered. Like so for people to be like so pressing that narrative about him being alive is just well, not him being alive, but him being Peter is just like crazy because it's just not him. You know, I don't like. I'm not gonna speak for Michael. I mean, I'm not gonna say, "Oh, Michael wouldn't do this, Michael wouldn't do that." But I don't think that people, um, I don't think that people understand that if you have this like heavy burden on your shoulders, I don't feel like he would just sit around and be like, you know, talking about himself and working on a website about himself and it's just ludicrous to me that people think that that's Michael. I have nothing against Peter. I really don't. I mean, I'm cool with him. He's a businessman. Like he's hustling. He's doing his fucking thing. I have a business, so I understand. Like it's cool, but I just don't think he's Michael. I know for a fact he's not Michael. I should say. Um, but I mean, I'm not here to talk about that. People can have their own opinions. So what's happening at midnight? Um, Oh yeah, Leanne. Yeah, Peter Medina. Yeah. No, no, no. We're not on that subject. It's all good. No, no shade. I'm not shading anybody. Everybody's entitled to their own opinions. It's everybody has. I'm not here to like knock anybody or talk shit on anyone. Like I don't. That's not my way. I'm so above and past that. I'm not about to like shade anybody for having a different view than mine. People can believe whatever they want, but I just It's frustrating a lot of the times. I just wish that people would understand Michael more and understand his personality more, understand that, like, doesn't have the ego to literally do the things that some of these people do, but I can't force people to believe things, so I just say to myself regarding it, it's not, it's not my place to, like, be saying shit, but, um, yeah. But, yeah, I've got the story of you guys in here now. I don't know, there's just so much happening, but I really miss Michael. I wasn't a really huge fan of Michael Jackson when he was actually, like, here, um, but I do miss the idea of him being here and being around, and, like, I just part of me just always hopes and prays for, like, a beautiful resolve to all this, but I know that it's probably not gonna happen. But it'll be okay. We just have to stand together and, um, I think that and he may still bring the world together, you know? I think when people find out that Michael is still alive, it's gonna definitely have people look at him differently and go and look at his material. I think Michael's gonna be a very trending. I just I get like these weird butterflies in my stomach when I talk about it because it's just so crazy. Like, hey, Boots. Nothing. I was just updating, talking to everybody. How are you? You any further down the rabbit hole yet, Brandy? I don't know. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty deep in the rabbit hole. I own two articles of his personal clothing, and when I touch them, I literally cry. That's beautiful. I'm good. I'm really good. I do not think that Michael's gonna release a new album. No, I don't think that celebrity person that everybody's in love with is who he is anymore. It's not. I don't. I That's just an opinion. It's not fact, but I don't think Michael's gonna be releasing an album. That person doesn't exist anymore. That's not. I think if Michael were to risk it all and be around, it would be to bring peace to people and just a different way. That Michael being he's older. Yeah, he's like what 64, 63 at this point. 63. I don't but Michael didn't want to make music when he was still here. He didn't want to make music. He wanted to do films and stuff. It's not his Michael. We all have an occupation. I have an occupation, I have a business. Like, you might be a barista at Starbucks, you might be a teacher. That's your occupation, but your occupation is not who you are. It doesn't define you. Okay, 62, that's right. It doesn't define you. Your occupation is just part of who you are. His occupation was being a musician, but it doesn't mean that that's all who he is. There's a bigger picture, you know, a much bigger picture. Michael, I think about in hindsight, like, he's only 50 when this happened. That's really young, and he could have done so many other things with his life. And I think he did. I think he did other things with his life. But I digress. Like, I don't know. I know people can't let go of him as a star. They're going to. When people see Michael, if Michael is back around, if he comes back to all this, they're going to see a different side of him, and they will forget about that other side. They will forget about that shiny star. Michael didn't even write a lot of his music in the latter years of his life. He stopped writing his music. He had other people writing his music. He wasn't even writing anymore. He wrote some stuff, but most of his music he wasn't even writing anymore. He was so done with it. I know, Kimmy, I feel your dream is so close to what I feel also. I think Michael is around. I think he listens. You're not gonna die, you're fine. Yeah. Yeah, but that was a lot. That's you're talking about the Dangerous in History albums. I'm talking about latter in his career. Michael did not write a lot of his music after that time. He didn't, not after that time. That's what I'm saying. Like people just get kind of stuck in this mode of Michael, like the past of who he was, and not the last, couple years of his. Michael changed a lot, especially after he had his kids. He changed a lot. I'm not taking away from like his musical talent. What I'm saying is he changed a lot. Music wasn't necessarily his focus. You know what I mean? It's like I think Michael watches but I don't think he's interacting with people, but I think he listens. I think he watches for sure. I think he watches everything. I think he sees everything, and I think he's always around. He's always here. He'll always be here no matter what. But anyways, so that was my absence. I'm so sorry about it. Like I had to get my shit together. Like I was having the worst anxiety on earth. I was so bad. But I'm better. I'm feeling really good. I've been really taking care of myself and just really I feel really, really, really good right now. So um just stay strong, and like I said, I'm going to continue to put the videos out in the format that I'm doing them right now. I will have lives to discuss them if you guys want that, but I do like actually doing my old school videos like I used to do. I think the interaction's just better that way as opposed to me just telling you guys information. What do you think he thinks about the George murder? I think Michael was very, very, very aware of oppression and what's happening with Black men and Black people, and I think all of it's coming to a head, Catherine. I think that it's what it is, and I think that he's haunted by it and disturbed by it, and he's upset, and he's a Black man. I think he's very upset about that. They have no interest in releasing another album because Michael won't allow it, I don't think. There hasn't even has there even been a when was the last album? Escape? Was it Escape was the last one? That was a long time ago, wasn't it? Because that Scream album really didn't count. But Escape is very, 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 very extremely. So there were only two posthumous albums, and it's Michael Escape. I don't know why people don't get that. I'm talking about actual albums that like I'm not talking about like revamped albums. I'm talking about actual albums. I'm not talking about like just revamped shit like the Scream album or Bad 25. I'm talking about in terms of actual posthumous albums. You have Michael Escape. That's all you're gonna get. And that's for a reason, you know? Yep. This is it. Really isn't a post. I mean, it kind of is, I guess, in terms of, yeah, this is it. Yeah, you're right, because it was with the movie. So this is it, Michael. This is it, Michael Escape. Exactly. If that doesn't tell you what the fuck is going on, I don't know what does. There's not going to be another album. Well, maybe we can talk. I think what I'm going to do is just give me like a week. I'm going to set up my chat room like in about a week, so I can actually talk to people. I don't reason why I don't have an open analysis. I'm just like I have so much going on. I'll never be able to like get things done if I had to like really like literally schedule write this in today to be able to do this 'cause I'm just so busy all the time. That X is there for a reason. I don't know what Prince thinks or what he would think. I have no clue. Damon G is a foreigner that he's not Michael. I left that group on May 7th. He is a fraud. Yeah, I don't. That's why I don't believe that Michael is creating YouTube channels and shit and talking to people. That's crazy. Like I don't want to say it's crazy because that's rude, but people have to understand that if Michael was talking to people, you would not know it was him. Let me just say that if Michael was actually talking to people, actually communicating with people, you would not know that it was Michael doing it. If Michael was talking to you, you would know it was him. Um, I don't know. I don't think Michael's going to be subjected to any danger. I think if someone might leak his, I think he's safe. He knows he's in a safe place. So yeah, I think he's okay. That's how we all are. Although things are opening up here finally, so Best of Joy is a great song, don't you think? Anyway, I have to go, but I'll be posting probably tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. Maybe tonight, but probably tomorrow. My new video, and I will be updating you guys with stuff. But I'm sorry, like I said, I disappeared, but stay no, he's not. Stay vigilant and stay safe, and please be careful in these streets and pray for everybody, pray for the world, meditate for answers, stay safe, stay vigilant, and guys, everything's crazy, but I really enjoy talking to you as always. And hopefully I'll be able to catch up more soon. But yeah, thank you for listening. I wanted to just let you guys know what was going on. Please, 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 please be safe and take care of one another and just appreciate what you have and stand for justice, but be safe. And I will talk to you all very soon, okay? Love to you. Oh, thank you. Talk soon. Bye.